Just a brief intro. I want to thank God. Jesus, He's the reason I'm here. I'm alive.
Amen.
Honestly, for the honor just being here tonight. And I was able to participate in episode 1 as well. It's great. It's awesome. It's great to be with other artists who are just common purpose, common goal with the name of Jesus. And some of the most important people in my life are right here. So to my right, to your left, I got my mom over there. Of course, she's waiting. And my wife, she's around here somewhere with my baby girl. And some of my siblings over there, two of my brothers, sister, mother, adopted brother right there. But, it's great. We serve God together. It's awesome. I know a lot of us don't have that honor of being able to see the whole family saved, but I can see that from my family. It's a blessing. I'm just going to share one with you tonight. It's called Final Element. And when I wrote this, I locked myself in a room for like a whole day. And God just poured into me. I just put it on paper. Here it goes. The elegance of elements, the benevolence that roots its relevance in ancient African heritage and its oral tradition. It's a culture birthed in the Bronx that now lies base of many of this generation's decisions that greatly affects, even infects, boxes in life left unchecked. I'm speaking of hip-hop, its own culture with unique music, style, dressing. The possibilities of this creative culture can seem endless. It can be for cursing and disrespect, or means of uniqueness and positive godly expression. A way to wear a mask, hide the facts, or reveal your true reflection in actions. But here's my question. What would I learn if I didn't test it with your life as my lesson? Does your entity encase hip-hop, or does hip-hop seem to formulate, misplace, even replace your identity? If your life was a song, what message would hip-hop put in the melody? Stop and think of the elements of this culture that causes a generation to clap because they become a cast that fills in the blanks and cracks of their own class. With the ways and acts that can chop like axes, the fragrance of the trap draws and tracks attraction, closer contact than cans of axe can. Hip-hop's original elements consist of DJs with more scratch than my back, B-boys flipping, spinning, windmilling like acrobats, but with more spice in their tactics. Art of hearts expressed freely, we call them taggers, graffiti artists. Masters of peace fashioned so elegantly, with craft and creativity that would give Picasso jealousy. Can't forget individuals so skilled at spitting the flows you thought you experienced a lyrical miracle. The rhymes and wine displaying unique artistry, they rock crowds, rock mics, we call them MCs. But the problem with hip-hop is the message it presently expresses from innumerable inhabitants. You see, like a messed up sentence, they fragment righteousness, and what they call truth is better called phony or fraudulent. Today we got wannabe gangsters with girls, ice, and grills, at least that's what the media reveals. But now killing people, even siblings, and sex just for the release, practice leisurely apart from holy matrimony. Truth is not what's portrayed by E40 and Eminem 50. It's about more than the thrill of skill from the spill of the heart, but now we live stupid, expecting kids to be smart. I'm convinced that hip-hop heads of today have a hazy vision of true art. But what we need is raw truth, portrayed, sounded, said. But my concern is that the message has been distorted, along with the elements. See, most mainstream artists haven't taken a second glance because they can't seem to find flocks of fans by being genuine Christians. And the true in-depth reason hip-hop seems to be so misshapen and bent is a sorrowful secret too long kept. It's because hip-hop heads of a blatant but sacred generation have reiterated the generating that verse 8 in the heart of Satan, their selfish wish, and stop got lost and missed, leaving the final, the forgotten element. The only element who by himself just exists as a person, unlike the hyphy movement, remember that? It gives hip-hop purpose. Some that believe hip-hop came about due to Satan's placing, but let me spit some spiritual information. Satan can't create, he can only manipulate, but the final element already created, whose words are still active, impacting masses, and Mike Tyson could shoot for years, but even the devil still hear his words resonate through their ears. Hell can't handle him, humankind was made to resemble him. I'm blessed with him, your favorite rapper probably mentioned him. Now check this, you think you got mad skills with your beats, but before you were conceived, before Adam and Eve, angels danced in the streets at his heartbeat. That reaps beats, leaving you looking for speech. He pieced man before you could tag your piece. And just to inform you biblically, he tagged on the wall with his finger to speak prophetically. He was the first to turn tables according to Mark 11:15, and DJs scratched wonderfully. But he scratched the sky, now the stars reveal his majesty. I love the way you beatbox, but he was beating box, pinned to a cross. Oh yeah, he was the first to step on water and walk. That's what we see. He was the first on earth to see walk. MC is the final element, pro light and light, entails the breath we exhale in the mic. You separate bars and rhymes, he separates darkness and light. So yesterday, today, forever, he's relevant. So it's time for the whole world just to stop forgetting it. Now by now you should be getting it, but just in case you haven't yet, make sure you never forget it, because his name is Jesus Christ. He's the first, but at the same time, he's still the final element.